Welcome back to Radio Entrepreneurs. I'm Nathan Gobes, filling in for Jeffrey Davis this morning. I want to start by thanking MTP Software, the leader in sports, CRM, and entertainment. We're very thankful that they've built us this great studio here and host us here in Natick. Our next guest, Jackie McMenimon, owner and manager of Profile by Sanford. Welcome, Jackie.
Thank you for having us.
And Jackie's brought along Suzanne Vogel, a member. Welcome, Suzanne.
Good morning.
So I'll start with you, Jackie. Why don't you tell us a bit about Profile by Sanford?
Sure, absolutely. So Profile by Sanford is a weight loss and health coaching company. We were created by physicians and researchers from Sanford Healthcare System. Have you ever heard of them before?
I have not.
It's okay.
Tell
Not
us
many
about
people
them.
have. So I like to compare them to the Tufts Medical here in New England, but they're out in the Midwest. So they were headquartered in North Dakota and in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. And kind of a cool story of how it got started. The physicians from Sanford Healthcare System essentially kept seeing the same people over and over again coming in with high blood pressure, high blood sugar, pre-diabetic. The physicians would basically say, diet and exercise. And really what they wanted to provide back to those patients were a white glove service. So what they did was they created a weight loss program specifically for those types of people. And what it really has morphed into is a weight loss program and a health program for all walks of life. So that's kind of how it all got started.
It's amazing. Do you want to tell us a little bit more about that service, some of the things you guys provide?
Yeah, absolutely. So we focus on nutrition, activity, and lifestyle. So with the nutrition piece, all of our nutrition plans incorporate some meal replacements, which I brought today, and in addition to grocery foods. So kind of how we work is we work backward. We want to talk to each member about what their goal weight is and when they felt best last, and we kind of work backward in that approach. So we use meal replacements really just to break the bad habits, start off as simple as possible and make things as easy as possible for each of our members. And in addition to that, at the same time, we're educating each member on their nutrition and really how it pertains to them. So how we do that is we use a precise test or a DNA test, and which is right here. And it's a very simple cheek swab, 10 on one side, 10 on the other. We send it off to a Quest Diagnostics. They send it back to us, and that allows us to understand each member's C-score. And a C-score is how fast or slow they process carbohydrates. So with that information, Profile uses a phased approach to losing weight. So as each member is going through the different phases of Profile, we're able to take their C-score and really tailor their nutrition plan, especially as they're going through the changes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And so, Suzanne, you're a member. Do you want to tell us maybe how do you feel like this differs from the normal plans that you might see out there?
I think that it has taught me a lot of discipline. I've done many weight loss things in the past, a lot of the trendier ones. The weight gain that came back after those, I think, was because I was lacking the discipline. And being able to sit in on coaching every week, which is we do face-to-face coaching, it really helps keep you accountable. But as you're in those phases, the first phase is really just giving your body a full-on shock to the system. It's eliminating your sugar. It's helping keep your metabolism. I realized that I was eating more in the first 2 weeks with the meal replacements than I would be doing on any of the other programs that I did. So feeding my metabolism constantly gave me almost instant results, which was amazing. And then sitting in on the coaching portion of it, really being able to talk through the calories and what my activities were, and to be able to balance through math, your calorie intake, your calorie output, really sitting down and taking a look at how all of that factors into your weight loss, performance, really has been a really incredibly helpful thing, because now I walk through the grocery store and I'm looking at labels differently, and I'm understanding how my body is reacting to certain foods as they're being reintroduced back into my diet. Never have I felt hungry, never have I felt deprived. It's just constant mindfulness, which I had a little bit too much freedom before, and now I'm really aware of what's going into my body, and it really feels pretty great.
It's amazing. It's
It
amazing.
is. It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
So there's coaching, there's meal replacement plans. Sounds like there's a lot of good science and math behind everything. Tell us a little bit more about how a person could sign up for this. Is it and what is the cost model base?
Yeah, absolutely. I can talk about that. So we get a lot of people that are walking in. So we are located in the Village Shops in Cobb's Corner in Canton, Massachusetts, right off of Washington Street. So it's a cool little niche area. I went to middle school right down the street, so it's kind of fun for us and our family to come back full circle and kind of go back to where our roots were.
Yeah, and you guys are a family business. Sorry for interrupting.
No, absolutely. Yes. So my two brothers, shout out to Travis and Eric. Travis has done a lot with franchising in the past. He is really the ship behind all of the walls that steers every direction. Eric is our business development guy, so he's in the office with me on a day-to-day basis doing a lot of the marketing and in sales and things like that, and I'm in the store doing the management piece with all of the coaches. So it's really it's a family business, but we extend our family out to our coaches and our members. So kind of circling back to the membership piece of it.
Sorry, I
I
sent
know,
you on
that's
a
okay.
tangent
That's
there.
quite all right. So right now we are running a special for $3.99 for the membership. That includes a smart scale, which not only tells you, your weight, but it tells you your BMI, your BMR, your hydration levels, your bone density, and it's really smart technology.
And
which
that's a physical scale, yes.
it's a physical
Yeah.
scale.
Okay.
All you have to do is sync it at home, put it up in your bathroom, and every time you step on it, that allows us to see it on the coach side.
Oh, wow.
So that way there is that accountability for Suzanne whenever she steps on it and we have our coaching sessions. I know exactly what the number is and the measurements and everything like
There's
that.
no
So
hiding.
there is no hiding.
You can't lie about a tenth of a pound. They
Exactly.
keep you accountable.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No
So
lying, but no guessing either. That must be
Correct.
really helpful on both ends.
exactly. Yes. And we do encourage doing measurements, physical measurements, every month just to track that success because, a lot of our members will see, I only lost, 5 pounds, but they could have lost 10 to 12 inches. So there's definitely other ways to measure success off of the scale, which we call non-scale victories. So we definitely celebrate those with our members a lot. So with the $3.99 membership, you're getting the Smart Body Scale, you're getting the DNA test that's included. This shaker bottle here, we will also provide you a journey book, which lists essentially 20 chapters to talk about during those coaching sessions. A lot of people that come in don't really know exactly what they want to talk about with a coach. They just know they need to see that person. So we use that journey book as a form of education, and we do that on a consistent basis. And a lot of our members will come in and really know nothing about nutrition or how it affects their body. So we really want to take really one step at a time and kind of crawl before you walk and run. So,
Makes sense.
yeah, absolutely.
So I'm interested in hearing a little bit more about the business. We touched on the fact that it's you and your brothers.
Yes.
But tell us a little bit more about. I think you guys are a little new. Is that correct?
Yes.
So tell us about that. How things have been going,
Sure.
getting up and running, and growing everything.
Absolutely. So we purchased the franchise back in 2018, the later half of 2018. It took about a year for us to go through the process of finding the lease or finding the space, leasing, and then construction. So we actually just did our grand open ribbon cutting ceremony on February 6th. So we are
Wow.
officially
Congrats.
open. Thank you very
Congrats.
much. It's definitely been a journey, but I think doing it with your family really changes a lot of things. We kind of push each other, we force each other. There's been a lot of tears, a lot of smiles, and it's really been an entire family effort. So we're really happy.
Interesting. Any suggestions or things that you've learned along this route so far? I know really you're just at the beginning of your journey now, but even in those early stages, is there any takeaways for anybody else looking into maybe even franchises specifically, whether it be not necessarily profiled by Sanford, but of course there's lots of other franchise organizations out there. What would you maybe recommend for somebody else wanting to open up their own organization? Or maybe thoughts about working with your family?
Yeah, absolutely. Define everything. Have it written out.
Yeah.
I mean, as simple as it sounds. I mean, we previously came from another family business, and I would say legally and logistically define everything. You know, pretend like they're not family members and, you know, make it a business, an official business. That would be definitely the number one piece of advice I could give. But the second piece is to find something that you're passionate about. You know, really, I walk in every day and it's fun for me. I know a lot of people that want to get into something, they do it for either the wrong reasons or they don't have the right passion for it. And for me, I really needed to define my why for going into business with my family, why I wanted to get into a nutrition company, and I had no nutrition background. So defining my why was my most important thing. Yeah.
It's phenomenal. I want to remind everyone we've been speaking with Jackie McMenimon, owner and manager, Profile by Sanford, and Suzanne Vogel, member as well. If somebody wanted to get in touch with you guys, start learning more about Profile by Sanford or signing up, how could they do that?
Yeah, sure. So they could just come see us at 95 Washington Street in Canton, or they could give us a call on the phone. The number is 781-460-6247, or shoot me an email or find us on Facebook. If you search Profile Canton on the Facebook search bar, we pop up. You can message us right through the Facebook Messenger there, and that's, you know, the quickest and fastest way to get to us.
Great.
Yeah.
I want to thank you both again for joining us today. Hope you'll come back and talk to us more about as the organization progresses and as everything else grows. We'd love to have you back.
Thank you
you so
very
much.
much for your time. Appreciate it.
This is Radio Entrepreneurs. We'll be back after these messages.